Joseph Larkin, you still don't like to answer your phone, which I respect. You maintain that stance. I don't know what you're doing tonight. My buddy Ryan is in town, and I'm kind of like tonight. There's that show. I think I sent you a link at Siberia. It's a guy from the Dead Boys. I don't really know that band that well, but I guess they're a punk band from like maybe LA or something, West Coast from like the early '80s or late '70s. But he's playing tonight. There's gonna be a bunch of punk bands, but it sounds like a good scene, man. So if you're interested, it might be kind of fun to go to Siberia tonight and get weird. Keep in touch with me if you're interested. If not, no big whoop. But yeah, and then it looks like obviously I sent you that thing. Looks like that comedy show's going on Monday. So if you perform, I'm definitely gonna pop up, check you out. But hey, think about going out tonight, man. Let's discuss nihilism and tight pussies. I mean, what else is there to talk about, brother?
Year. So I don't know if he's been fighting crime or what the fuck he's been doing, but his beard is pretty strong, bro. You got a little competition right here. I'm about to jump off the stage and jump in it and let him come up here and do some jokes. Ladies and gentlemen, what did I tell you what to do? Put that left hand up, put that right hand up, start kicking some ass and make some noise, Mr. Joseph P. Larkin!
I've been committing crime. Definitely not fighting it. Hey, yo, fuck a dream catcher. I want a nightmare thrower. That's what I want. Save it up. Save it up. Think of how scary being homeless would be without all that military training. Aw. It's not my fault. The fuck? I lost you so quickly. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph P. Larkin from Slidell, Louisiana. I'm nice to be here. By round of applause, who here can clap? All right, now you're just showing off. One time I smoked weed during a full moon, and now I look like this. How the fuck do I change back? I got a job interview tomorrow. I can't go in there looking like I believe 9/11 was an inside job. I want to get a job. Guys, I smoke a lot of weed. I smoke an egregious amount of weed. I smoke so much weed, I find hindsight to be 2020. Smoke a lot of weed. Smoke an egregious amount of weed. I smoke so much weed, my mouth gets drier than a married mummy's coochie. I know that's funny. I don't care what you think. Fuck all y'all. My ex-girlfriend said that I smoked too much weed. That's why she's my ex-girlfriend. Nowadays, I only tap the ass that smokes the grass. I only poke those who toke. I only glaze those who blaze with my mayonnaise. And off the cuff, I give it rough to the muffs of those who puff until they've had enough. Yeah, that's the stuff. Ladies, if it's your gash you wish me to smash, then take a pass on the sass and make a dash for your hash stash. I just may let you ride my mustache until your teeth gnash and you get a rash. All right. This is like a 10-minute poem. Do you guys want to hear all of it? I love weed, that's all I'm saying. Do it? All right. If you insist. By request of someone over there. Does anyone here have weed, by the way? No? Okay. Show yourself. All right, that's what's up. My new best friend is back there on the pool table. That sounds way worse than I meant it to. That's not the crime I've been committing, okay, you creeps? All right. I'm done with the poem, but I will say this. I am the Dr. Seuss of drugs. Also, Dr. Seuss is the Dr. Seuss of drugs. A cat wearing a hat. What were you smoking when you thought of that? I don't get it. Sometimes you're cool, and then the rest of the time you suck. So I have to fight you guys? This is cool that they add burlesque to the open mic comedy, because this is going to be the first time many of these open micers have seen a naked girl. Wait, what is that? What are you supposed to do with that? That's all right. That's my impression of them. I'm amazing at fucking. You'll see. Many of you will see. So I'm going to be fucking some of you right on that pool table during the show. Kind of a showboat. All right, I'm starting a website called Gulp. It's like Yelp, but for BJs. Oh wait, I gotta get going pretty soon, but I gotta do an impression before I leave. So this is my impression of stand-up comedian Jerry Seinfeld suffering from throat cancer. Here we go.
What is the deal with hospital food? I'm trying to get better here, not sicker.
All right, listen, you fuckers. That was supposed to be my closer. This pop cost $100. This entire ensemble didn't cost $100. It doubles as a vibrator, yeah. Your lady will find out on the pool table after my set. Maybe. Do you want to use my vibrator on it? I'll allow it. All right, listen, fuckers. I can't afford to be writing a fucking joke that's $100 that you all laugh at. So here's what we're gonna do. This is my impression of the theme from the movie Jaws, also suffering from throat cancer. And we're just gonna keep doing this until you get right. All right? Here we go. Who dares creak a door during my set? Oh, I'm just kidding. Here we go. All right, thank you guys so much. Give it up for Courtney!
One more time for Joseph P. Larkin, ladies and gentlemen.
Joseph Larkin. I never knew that a Slidell kid could ever become an all-comedian. Been 20 years since he run away. Joseph Larkin, yeah. Now he's on, and I have to be. Meet you all the way. Joseph Larkin, yeah. Meet you all the way. Joseph Larkin, yeah. Roses and the mud and the mud and the man to come. Joseph Larkin. I never knew that a crazy kid could ever become so haunted as an adult. Oh, so Larkin, oh yeah. All my freaking dashes are fucking lives in LA and he's a crazy old comedian. Joseph Larkin. Keep your chin up, life is so crazy at times, you gotta be prepared.
The bathroom just broke. The toilet broke. It's not really a bathroom. The toilet broke. So FYI, the toilet broke. Hey, if you smoke or vape, I mean, vaping I guess is better than smoking, but you know, we were smoke free, so go outside. We have it outside. We have adult beverages next door. All of your tickets came with a small rum punch, so if you didn't get that, you should get that. You go to the table to get it. I'm not going to do any time. I'm just going to try to introduce people. I'm going to try to just get through this, guys. So let's do it. Is everybody ready? Joseph Larkin, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. So I'll just introduce people because they're great. Joseph Larkin, I've known for like, I don't know, I feel like a long time. He comes out every year from LA. This dude, you gotta be nice to him because A, he'll throw a chair at you. B, he drove 27 hours to get here. He drove here from LA to do this show. He's from Slidell, yo. And he drove him. He always gets like a few buddies to drive. I'm like, what do you do that for? He's like, we just have fun. We stop and do open mics along the way. It's a good time. Okay, so I really like this guy. He's a cool guy. Give it up for Joseph Larkin.
I liked podcasting a lot better when it was called AM Radio. AM Radio. Got 'em. Hey, fat vegans, how dare you? Taking the temperature of the room. You guys are not hot. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph P. Larkin from Slidell, Louisiana. I'm nice to be here. One time I smoked weed during a full moon, and now I look like this. How the fuck do I change back? I'm what happens when Charlie Brown discovers marijuana. Rats. Don't let the spirit fool you. I am not a pedophile. Thank you. Not a pedophile. 18 or older if you want to sit in Santa's lap, ladies. All right. Fuck. I drove 27 hours with a fever. I can tell you the temperature of the room is cold, but I have at least 105. By the way, please enjoy using the microphone after I get done. Yvonne, could you address that? When cops die, everyone should say, "Rest in peace."
Chinese guy, and he's like really like he's into his kids. Like, you know, he just bought a house in a certain place because he wanted his kids to go to this certain school, and he's always taking his kids and making sure that they're, you know, they're socializing with this person, so whatever. And he actually, he said they met somebody, and then the friend gave him the address. The mother went home, looks up the address just to see what kind of neighborhood he lives in and stuff. And his assessment was this kid might be too rich for us. Because he lived in a super, super rich place.
My ears are burning.
What's up, JPL? It's our first caller.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Oh, hey, I'm sitting in my car waiting for the AAA guy to be here. So if I hang up abruptly, it's because he's here. I've had quite a trip so far. I wanted to tell you about it.
Do you know Comic Mom? Comic Mom, you know JPL?
No,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
is this? Where are you calling from?
Slidell, Louisiana.
I know exactly who you are. Are you in Louisiana?
Mm-hmm.
We probably passed each other. No, I didn't go through. I didn't go on the 10, but I went on I-40.
I was all over the 10. I made the 10 my bitch.
Did you go through Border
I
Patrol?
gave the 10 inches.
Okay, that's a little personal,
10
but
inches the
that's
hard
okay.
way. But yeah, guys, I have had quite an adventure so far. I've only been gone since Wednesday. Or, no, shit. I guess I've been gone since Monday. It's been a long time I've been gone.
Right.
I left on Monday with my buddy Scott to do this comedy festival in New Orleans. And it's like a 30-hour drive, basically. And we had to get here for an 8 o'clock show on Wednesday, so we had to hustle. We left Hollywood at like 9 o'clock at night, and it was raining. I drove 14 hours straight with a horrific nasal drip. Post-nasal drip.
Right.
My buddy took over driving for about 2 hours, and then I took the helm for another couple hours. I think at this point I was delirious with the fever. No, I'm sure I was delirious because I was telling my friend how great the album Nevermind is by Nirvana for like 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
We weren't even listening. We weren't listening to it. I don't even really like that album. It's not my favorite Nirvana album. But like,
Did you have 2 hours of material on that, or were you just repeating the same thing?
I don't know. I think I had all kinds of theories about the mysticism and mastery of the pop song by Kurt Cobain. I was real fucked up. That's long and short of it. And we stopped off at a convenience store, at which point my I really got a fever, and I just bought a blanket and spent the duration of the final push home, which is about 7 hours, curled up in the fetal position in the back seat of the car, stopping occasionally to piss on the side of the freeway and or puke.
And you were driving too while you were that sick?
I drove about 20 hours, and my buddy drove somewhere between 7 and 10 hours.
Hey, I want to know what convenience store you can buy a blanket at.
Well, it's more than a convenience store. It's a place called Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is an institution in Texas.
Buc-ee's.
They are very aggressive with their marketing campaigns on the freeway. That's why I always go there.
Oh, they're like that pea soup coming back from San Francisco.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah. So we got into Slidell. We rolled into Slidell about 4:30 in the morning. I was too wired to fall asleep until 5:30 in the morning. And then my cat woke me up at 9 in the morning.
You took your cat? You took your cat?
No, my cat lives with my sister.
Oh, okay.
So, I didn't get any fucking sleep at all. And I must say I was quite ill-prepared, pun intended, for my set at the comedy festival. By the time I got on stage, I was, like, shivering. I definitely had a pretty intense fever. And I could not remember 75% of the jokes I prepared. In fact, the only jokes I could remember were the ones I had earmarked before my set not to do, because I knew they would piss off the promoter of the festival.
Those were the only ones you could remember?
Yeah, that's all I can remember. I know they would piss off the organizer of the festival, who introduced my set by saying, "You better laugh at this guy or he might throw a chair at you." And I was cold opening the show. So they were already not on board before I even got on stage.
What is it? What is a joke that you think would have made people mad? Give us one of them.
I could tell it to you.
Let's hear it.
It was, "Don't let this beard fool you. I am not a pedophile. 18 or older if you want to sit on Santa's lap." That's the response I got. Nothing.
You were afraid that there were pedophiles that were owners? I mean, how were you afraid that was going to offend? Who?
I mean, they don't hear the joke or even the intent of the joke. They just hear the word pedophile. And then they tighten up on you.
I see. Right. Okay, got it.
So yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a disaster. Like, I held my own.
Were there any groans?
I just forgot about shit. Dude, it was all girls. It was packed with like cool hipsters, so I was like, oh, these guys are going to love me. They fucking did not love me.
I used to work at Comedy Sports, and that was and that whole audience groaned. We lived for groans at Comedy Sports.
It's a hard crowd to read because it's a party town, but they're also fucking hillbillies, man. You know.
How about one more?
Still,
Give us another one. Give us another one that got a groan.
That was the only one that didn't hit at all. But there were other stuff that they just like. They were kind of like polite laughing or like tittering uncomfortably. Definitely not the response I wanted.
Was it? How old was the audience?
I was trying to make up for the bad sets I had last year. Like I had to redeem myself. Last year I did throw chairs at people in the audience.
Oh, nice. Do you have a tape of that?
I do not. Luckily, no one has a fucking tape of that.
Was this
the Comedy Central representative who watched me do it?
Oh, wow. Was this college students or older?
That's the tricky thing, dude. It was college students. And I was thinking that they would be, you know, at least open-minded.
To pedophile jokes.
Not that they should love this pedophile joke. It was as hack as it gets. I just wasn't reading the crowd at all.
Did you ever think, like, you know what? Since these people don't like me, I'm just going to sabotage and just go in and, like, you know what? We're going to do all pedophile jokes. I mean, did you ever...
Subconsciously, yes, I do that. I will definitely start derailing the train if the people aren't on board right away.
And is that what happened in this show?
That's my problem. What's that?
Is that what happened on this show?
I don't think so. I think, honestly, the problem was I was really fucking sick, and I have not been firing on all cylinders throughout this entire trip. I've been pretty much in a delirium the entire time.
Wow.
Not to say that it hasn't been a hell of a lot of fun. I mean, I enjoy being delirious. I like a taste of madness.
So how did you go from a bad set to the side of the road?
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that part. Yeah, so, yeah. Excuse me. I have to occasionally hack up.
Bless your heart.
Shit here and there.
So
here's what happened. Before the festival, me and the comic I drove down here with wanted to smoke some weed, which we shouldn't have been doing because we were already sick with the fucking flu and our throats hurt and our lungs are full of shit. But I didn't want to be disrespectful to my sister, so I said, okay, hey, let's just go drive down to the park where the children play and smoke weed there. And I drove over there, and I was trying to park the car, and I just wasn't looking, and I drove the front right tire, right into the gutter. And it just immediately popped. And so I drove the car. I mean, drove is a loose term. I drove the car closer to the park and just left it here for the last, I don't know, 30 hours. Walked back to my sister's house and grabbed her car. It should have been a night of triumph, but it was not.
Wow! And so,
luckily, I do have another set tomorrow night, which is Friday, and that one will probably be packed because it's Friday, and hopefully I can redeem myself there. I'm definitely obsessed. All the video all day is how I need to get back on the horse.
Well, I think tomorrow's.
I don't mean heroin.
I think tomorrow's going to be a good day. What's the chicks? How are the chicks looking over there? Do they see the new bad boy in town?
They look bedraggled as always.
when they see you rolling into town, when they
look like they fucked their brothers.
When they see you rolling into town, are they like, oh, here comes Mr. Hollywood? I mean, do you throw off a vibe like that?
I think I put off the vibe of some kind of a predator or a killer of some sort. Definitely, usually a killer on stage, but I did not prove that last night. Dude, that's what I wanted to say also. So I did my set, which I felt was quite shitty, and then when I was walking off stage, I ran into one of the headliners of the festival, and I guess he had walked backstage to watch my set, which is kind of a flattering thing, I guess. And he said, hey, good set, man. And I still don't know if he was fucking with me. I think he was just making fun of me. That was not a good set.
Oh, what an asshole.
Do you ever do that? Do you ever go up to someone after they've had a really bad set and get a good set? I do it. I'll do it. Good job.
I do it just to encourage them, but I don't say like good set and kind of laugh and point to them when they turn around or anything like that. I'll just say, oh, good job. Just.
You're a bigger man than I am. Big Daddy.
So you're just like, oh, these jokes were great, man. Can I use one of those? I mean, like like do you go that far or just?
I go as far as they'll let me go, baby.
I hear you. So what happens
as far as the law will allow?
What happens after AAA comes and they're gonna change your tire? Is that what it is?
Well, as luck would have it, I have not just a spare tire, but an actual tire that I was using as a spare in the back. So this is actually not going to cost me anything.
Oh,
man.
man.
Put it back on, and I'll drive it 2 blocks to my sister's house, live in the driveway.
Now, Comic Mom, when you hear...
And then tomorrow night I will drive it to my triumphant return to the La Nuit Comedy Theater in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh,
I will devastate the crowd with my wit and charm.
So so you're going back to the same place that you were the other night?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, yes, do it. You'll be fine.
I have a question.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. You said they did a lot of groaning. At the end of your set, did they applaud? Did you feel love from them or like polite applause?
Oh, yeah, they were fine. I mean, maybe I'm being a little hard on myself. I don't know. Oh, there was actually 2 jokes that didn't work, and one of them was just one that I didn't set up properly. I just forgot a crucial piece of information early on, which would have explained why. But then, because it wasn't there, it just became a very depressing or mean-spirited joke.
I
see.
Out of context, it didn't work.
I
really fucked that up.
I was doing a benefit one time, and then this
for the NAMBLA organization?
No, that was another one. But you know what? That's the second time I've heard NAMBLA this week, actually. But anyway,
it's the second time we've talked this week. NAMBLA, I'm fine.
I was doing this fundraiser, and the fundraiser was for like abandoned kids or something like that. And I remember I was doing this joke, and then I remember that this joke was
future strippers.
this joke
for future.
This joke was kind of like how there are kids that nobody wants, and then and then I no, because like I think if you try to go like adopt kids, there's usually, and this is like a sad, but I think it's a true thing. There's a lot of black kids.
They're the third tier, dude. They're second string. They're like the dogs per pound that don't have like a tail. Has like half a tail.
And so, but the joke was because people were actually where was it? I forget what country. They had a big earthquake over there, and Haiti. They had a big earthquake in Haiti.
Yeah.
And people were smuggling the Haitian children out of there because people wanted to adopt them. And I said it's very strange here that you can adopt. I mean people want to adopt Haitians, but if there's black kids here, the joke was you couldn't adopt them if you gave away a free iPod or something like that, But then as I started getting to the punchline, I was going, oh, there's probably a lot of people maybe here that might be in a situation like that. This is a fundraiser for like kids that you want. And I was just like, oh yeah, and and yeah. So it's really nice that that they wanted to. It was so uncomfortable.
Dude, that's the worst part when you hear the words coming out of your mouth and you've already committed to saying the joke. You just have to do it.
Right.
I mean, the organizer of the festival, her child was molested. So any of those jokes were already off limits. That's why I was making a mental note not to say them.
Right.
Of course, that was the first thing I could remember when my act slipped my mind.
Well, I think you should be commended for doing a show when you felt so bad.
Thank you. Yeah, I should be commended for getting everyone else in the festival sick, probably. I was hoping to do it with syphilis, but this will do, I guess.
Tell a room full of white people that having a big dick isn't as much as it's cracked up to be. People think having a big penis is just the shit, and I just want to let you know, like, having a big penis is some shit you can't do. that normal people can do with regular sized penises, you know? Like, for instance, something that we all do, take a shit. You got a big penis, it becomes a difficult task. Yeah, you're taking the shit and you're dropping the load, and that water is just going up and up and up. And your big penis is hanging in that shitty toilet water. Who wants their penis hanging in shitty toilet water? Nobody does. So what you do with that penis, you grab it and you put it on the toilet seat. What happens next? Oh, that sudden squirt of piss that comes out of nowhere when you're taking the shit. Now you got piss flying all over the bathroom. You gotta grab a trash can, try to grab this piss. You know, that's your best out. But then what happens? That fucking turd you've been waiting on for the last 45 minutes breaks. Now you gotta sit there, turn the hot water on in the shower so it can get warm in there, relax all those muscles, and let the rest of that shit get out of your ass. Now y'all know why black men always late to work. I think I helped out right there. This next guy knows a lot of black men. Actually, if it wasn't for black men, he would have never bought running shoes. Warm round of applause for Joseph Larkin, ladies and gentlemen.
I like podcasting a lot better when it was called AM radio. Dumb crowd. All right, going for my seed material. Guys, if you lost all your possessions in Hurricane Katrina and you're white, you might be a redneck. Did I get into the ballpark with that one? All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Justin B. Larkin from Slida, Louisiana. I'm nice to be here. One time I smoked weed during a full moon, and now I look like this. How the fuck do I change back? Unemployment's gonna run out soon. I look like Charlie Brown if he were 36 years old, unemployed, and a pothead. Rats. Alright, you're warming up to me. Starting a website called Gulp. It's like Yelp, but for BJs. I got a remarkable BJ recently. I got this BJ while high as shit on LSD, which in this case stood for lovingly sucking dick, I'm guessing. This is an otherworldly BJ. It was out of sight, man. It was really groovy. That Minotaur really knew what he was doing down there.
I tell you what, man, I love the INVEIGH. I swear to God. I love that a lot.